Cargo container ships play a crucial role in international trade and logistics by transporting goods across oceans, thereby serving as a bridge between manufacturers, suppliers, and consumers across the globe. Larger and more effective vessels are in greater demand as trade volumes rise. In today's video, we'll explore the intriguing mystery tale of the world's largest container ship. Stay with me through to the very end as we dive straight in. Massive ships make up the biggest container ships in the world. Their length exceeds 400 meters, and their width exceeds 60 meters. More than 24 20-foot equivalent units can be carried by them. The following are some of the major measurements of the biggest container ships in the world. 400 meters, 1,312 feet, in length 200 feet or 61 meters, in width draft 56 feet or 17 meters volume, 24,346 TEU. Because of their size, these ships transport more than 500,000 standard shipping containers. That's enough containers piled 20 stories high to cover a football field. These ships' sizes pose several difficulties. They must be able to maneuver, for instance, through small ports and channels. They must also be able to dock at terminals that have been specifically built. Notwithstanding the difficulties, these ships are a vital component of international trade. They make it possible for businesses to transport goods more cheaply and effectively. These ships' effects on the environment as well. They can harm marine ecosystems and emit more emissions than smaller ships. Nonetheless, shipping firms are making efforts to lessen these ships' negative environmental effects. For instance, their hull designs and engines are more efficient. To cut emissions, they are also spending money on new technologies like scrubbers. The biggest container ships in the world are technical marvels. Now, let's examine some of the biggest container ships in existence right now. Number 6. Maersk Maersk Container Ship. The Maersk Maersk is one of the largest moving objects ever constructed, a massive cargo container ship. 90% of all trade is carried by shipping container vessels. If you've ever bought anything, it was probably transported by one of these enormous ships in a container. When fully loaded, this massive vessel has room for 18,000 shipping containers. Stacking them end to end would cause them to expand into space. This 200,000-ton cargo shipping container is a quarter of a mile long. Containers are stacked in columns -23 across the width and 24 across the length of the ship. To accomplish this, cargo containers can be stacked 21 high since there is no deck. A torsion box functions as a reinforced rim to prevent the ship from flexing and help it survive the choppy seas. Walking corridors are built inside the massive torsion box on the Maersk Maersk. Maersk, a Danish company, has operated the largest container ships globally since 1996. The container ship Maersk Maersk belongs to the Triple E class. 3 E principles guided the design of the Maersk Maersk: environmental improvement, energy efficiency, and economy of scale. By transporting 17,603 20-foot equivalent units between Europe and Asia in 2014, this ship broke the world record. Even bigger container ships have since eclipsed the Maersk Maersk as the largest ship in the world. Number 5. MSC Irina Container Ship. With a capacity of 24,346 TEUs, MSC Irina has grown to be the largest container ship in the world. Operating under the Liberian flag, it was placed into service in 2023. Its length is approximately 399.9 meters, and its molded width is roughly 61.3 meters. After completing her sea trials in February 2023, she was sent to Zhejiang Jiuquan Shipyard to complete her final preparations. March 2023 saw the launch of MSC Irina. The monstrous ship recently arrived at Nansha port after setting sail on her maiden voyage. Number 4. Uccle Spain Container Ship. Launched in 2023, this ship was constructed by Nantong COSCO KAI Ship Engineering Co. Her dimensions are 399.9 meters long by 61.3 meters wide, and she can hold 24,188 TEU. This ship is the first to launch from the Hong Kong port with a capacity of more than 24,000 TEU. She is capable of carrying up to 235,341 tons and was deployed on the Asia-Europe Service LO2. The OOCL Spain received Smart Ship designations from the American Bureau of Shipping for utilizing cutting-edge technology that maximizes fuel efficiency and overall operations while at sea. Number 3. Ever Ace Container Ship. Currently holding the unofficial title of largest container ship in the world, the Ever Ace made its first port call in the United Kingdom. With a capacity of 23,992 TEUs, Ever Ace is one of the largest container ships in the world and is owned by the Taiwanese line Evergreen Marine. In July 2021, it sailed on her inaugural journey. The enormous width of the 24 rows of side-by-side containers on this 399.9-meter-long behemoth is 61.5 meters. This modern marvel was built by the South Korean company Samsung Heavy Industries. Together with the previously mentioned capacity for 23,992 TEU, the first of 12 container ships of the new A-class category and the first Megamax 24 in the EVR Gireen fleet, measure 400 meters long by 62 meters wide and have a deadweight of 225,000 tons. The remaining ships will be delivered during this and the following year, 2022. Exhaust gas purifiers are a feature of these new Megamix ships. A two-stroke Wärtsilä engine powers the main engine. To top it all off, the ship has an 11-cylinder WinGE X92B diesel engine, which can propel it to a top speed of 22.5 knots. Number 2. One Innovation Container Ship. The most recent container ship line to start running at Megamix Container Ship that holds more than 24,000 ton one has joined the Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, and Orient Overseas Container Line, OOCL, as the first carriers to operate the new large box ships, which have a carrying capacity that is 20% larger than the largest ships in its fleet. The One Innovation, which was constructed by Imabari Shipbuilding in Japan, is the first of 6 extremely large container ships that ONE ordered for its fleet in December 2020 as part of its next phase of expansion. The company was founded in 2017 through the combination of Nippon Yusen Keisha (NYK), Mitsui OSK Lines (MUL), and Kawasaki Kisen Keisha K-Line container ship operations. CEO Jeremy Nixon outlined the company's plans for 2022, emphasizing that they would be building ships and increasing capacity. The line and the shipyard are showcasing the cutting-edge designs of the new class of ships, which offer the potential to improve operating economies of scale while reducing emissions and energy consumption. With a carrying capacity rating of 24,136 TEU, the One Innovation, the first 24,000 TEU vessel of the One Shipping Company, is slightly smaller than the largest vessels of MSC, with a capacity of 24,346 TEU, and the class of OOCL, which has a capacity of 24,188 TEU. The One Innovation is registered in Liberia and weighs 223,200 dut. Like the other ULCVs, the ship's dimensions are restricted by port capabilities and the Suez Canal, so its length and beam measure 1,312 feet and 201 feet, respectively. There will be 34 crew members on board. As a result, it is among the select few container ships that have surpassed the magic capacity limit, thus to comply with IMO emission regulations. The ship is outfitted with an exhaust gas cleaning system and a bow energy-saving device. Number 1. NSC Tessa Container Ship. Hudong Zhonghua Shipbuilding constructed the container ship MSC Tessa on behalf of the Mediterranean Shipping Company. The massive vessel can accommodate 24,116 TEUs. The deck area of it is the same as the 4 football fields. It is flying the Liberian flag and measures 399.9 meters in length and 61.5 meters in width. The ship has large propellers, hybrid scrubbers, energy-saving ducts, and a small bulbous bow. It lowers energy usage and carbon emissions by using air lubrication. The ship, which is classified by DNV, can hold stacked containers up to 22 stories high and has a molded depth of 33.2 meters. More than 240,000 tons of cargo can be transported by the ship. In summary, the biggest container ships in the world are a magnificent illustration of the amazing engineering achievement in the maritime sector. There might be more enormous ships in the future that surpass the records of the ships covered in this article. Container ships, with their enormous sizes and carrying capacities, have completely changed the way goods are transported around the world, making deliveries more economical, timely, and efficient. But it's important to keep in that massive container ships also present several obstacles and difficulties. For them to function at their best, specific infrastructure and upkeep are required. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you enjoy the video content that we offer on this channel. For more videos, kindly click the like and subscribe buttons. See you in the next videos.